Hi, good morning, everybody. Hey, thank you very much for joining me on the today very, very good lecture. The reason why I saw the following. Well, first of all, a lot of people ask, hey, being a diabetes, I really want to make sure that the things that I'm taking is actually good for me, especially sugar substitute. And a lot of people ask me that questions. And I understand, because I myself sometimes took sugar substitute. And is it equal is better, or splendid is better, or others? I don't really know. So I felt that, wow, this is so important. So today's webinar is such an important message to kind of understand what is good for our diabetes client on the different type of sugar substitute. Is it all the same? And I found that is not every substitute the same, and many of them is very different and give you very different result. And actually, you have to be careful some of them. Like for example, equal and splendid is very different. It's not the same thing, right? And on top of that, when you bake, like doing baking, making a cake and things like that, and I found that, wow, I really don't want to use equal, and I can use other things in like monk fruit, for example. You can use all the different things and give you excellent result, and the taste is so wonderful. So at the end of the day, I think that we need to really have better understanding of what is sugar substitute. So net result, that you will say, this is really good for me as a diabetic. On top of that, if you don't use the right, sugar substitute, that definitely can give you all kind of weird stomach problem. Some people have reported to me that they use certain sugar substitute, they get stomach upset, meaning they got a lot of gas, basically. So they got bloating and all that. So today, the webinar will give you all that information to help you to understand what is the sugar substitute for you will be good for you. And also you can see whether the affect the objective to lower your blood sugar, or at least you will not choose the wrong sugar substitute, and instead of getting a one that really suited for you and no side effect and so forth. Hi，各位堂友，我係 Andrew Lau 啊，LowsuTea President，你好。喂，首先好多謝你哋今日又再同聽我哋大家講乜嘢嘅代糖好重要，因為咧其實好多時咧，我啲朋友問，喂，用咩代糖好啊 ，Splendid 好啊，Equal 好啊，乜嘅啊？好多人都唔係 understand， 以為全部一樣嘅，其實唔係嘅，原來每一樣嘢都唔同，所以變咗嚟講，今日咧會解釋下咧有乜嘢係唔同嘅代糖，咁你能夠咧有機會咧就更加了解乜嘢代糖係啱對你啱嘅，同埋乜嘅代糖係會令到你嘅肚咧會話會咕聲啊、脹咗啊、有肚痛啊啲咁嘅嘢，因為代糖可以能夠令到肚痛嘅喎。OK， 記住呢樣嘢啊，咁我應該解釋點解。OK，today we're going to talk about what the sugar substitute for pre-diabetic and diabetes. Because pre-diabetic also need to do the same thing as diabetes, because they have to lower the blood sugar in the diet. So net result, if you are pre-diabetic, you're not diabetes yet, that means your A1C is, lower than 6.4, 6.5 rather, all the way to 5.7. You got to continue to, do the sugar or the carbs as low as possible. So you will experience using, just like typical diabetes, some sugar substitute to make your coffee sweet or tea sweet, your cakes, the making, all that is still going to be low carbs, right? So you got to figure out a way how I can make all these with low carb with the sugar that is fit for you. So pre-diabetic, diabetes, same thing. So I'm going to spend at least a couple minutes, not a couple of 5 to 10 minutes to talk about what is diabetic, because I have a lot of people come from different places. People come from Hong Kong. Was very nice to see Pat again. Thank you, Pat. We see people from Hong Kong, Philippines, Los Angeles, Canada, Singapore, Malaysia. Wow, a lot of different people. So lot of different people, and also a lot of people, our friends that have been listening to our webinar. So very welcome again. I appreciate this is a Saturday. I know it's not an easy time, and especially in Hong Kong with COVID, over 7,000 people now, it's kind of scary. So I want to make sure everybody have time to listen and make sure that you will understand what is the sugar substitute. But before I start, I have to talk about diabetes because a lot of people are new in here. So I want to make sure that they understand what is diabetes. Now, certainly the old timers, I heard this before, but it's important to keep reminding yourself so you can remember, so you know why. Now, remember, diabetes is a chronic disease, never get well. Only you can control, and it affects your entire body. Why? Because diabetic will plug up all your vessels. So net result, it affect your brain, your heart, your kidney, everything. So affect your entire body blood vessels. And later on, I explain why it affect your entire body blood vessels. And then you have to control your blood sugar to prevent any serious complication, meaning lower your blood sugar with an A1C, lower than 6.4, not 7, because a lot of previous book is 7. The newer standard line is 6.4. And you're pre-diabetic, if you're 6.4 now, you have to go all the way to 5.7. And my new goal to everybody is remission. You know what, even your A1C is 10, doesn't matter. You can bring it down to 6 or 6.4 and below. So let's try to do that, everybody. And if you can do that, you can able to get excellent health, enjoy your grandchildren, your children, your friend, and continue to enjoy life because we have so many things to do. Plus, in order to control your blood sugar, you need to have proper dieting, meaning low carb diet. You have to exercise, you have to weight management, you have to measure blood sugar every day, 4 times a day, 2 hours after eat, and 1 in the morning, at least you understand where you're at. And then you have to really change your lifestyle. No sugar drinking like soda, no more juice, or eat a little bit any white powder, don't eat, or eat very little, and certainly drink LowsuTea, which help you lower your blood sugar, especially pre-diabetic. LowsuTea is so important. I have so many pre-diabetic friends now. They felt that LowsuTea really helped them because there's no medication. And the doctor say, hey, you are going to be pre-diabetic, you're going to get a better control. And they really don't know how. So coming to us, they felt it's so beneficial and so helpful for them. So try to make sure, listen and learn more, and you can control your blood sugar, especially LowsuTea will help you definitely do that. Now, this is an important slide. I know there are a lot of new people come here. The important slide is to do that is why you have blood sugar issue, and we'll talk about that. But let me just go to the Hong Kong side, let them know what we're talking about. 嗱，香港糖友，我好多糖友咧，好多時咧，佢都唔知，喂，糖尿病原來一個係一世嘅病，影響係全身嘅所有血管、腦啦、腎啦、心啦，全部影響晒。所以咧喺糖尿病咧，你一定控制一定要食嘢。嗱，前期患病同埋糖尿病都係一樣，要控制血糖，唔好整高。咁點控制啊？最重要就係食個 diet 啦，即係你食嘅食物啦，低碳水化合物啦，要 exercise 啦，運動啦，要有個磅數嘅控制啦，唔好肥胖啦，仲有量度血壓，唔係量度血糖。咁量度血糖係做咩啊？用個glucose monitor 即係 Abbott 嘅東西，或者所有任何都得，總之度4次，每2個鐘頭食完飯後度，然後或者朝頭早度一次，最低限度，咁你就最低限度知道嘅去向喺邊度。咁同埋咧，真係喺個 diet 控制好緊要，所有白粉唔好食啦，唔好飲汽水啦、果汁啦。咁飲去糖就係真係有幫手嘅，因為我而家好多糖友問，喂，我啊只想話俾我依家前期患病，我點控制啊？冇藥食嘅喎，飲去糖茶啦，真係 work 嘅喎，因為幫助你真係降低血糖。所以最重要咧，如果你係前期患病，一定係由6.4去翻5.7。如果你係糖尿患病者係10以上啊，落翻嚟啊，係跟得6.4，咁你就 OK 噶啦。So the more important is really understand these 4 slides. The reason why these 4 slides is so important, you can remember. First thing, your LDL cholesterol goes up, and everybody with LDL cholesterol go up, they already become a candidate of pre-diabetic because you know why? The LDL cholesterol will damage the B cells of the insulin coming out from the pancreas. And the B cell is supposed to take the sugar into the cells. And that damage, the more insulin come out, more B cell come out, but it's not going to work because it keep damaging, right? So your LDL will go up. But the problem is LDL go up, your sugar also go up, right? Because of the fact that the B cells are bad damaged. So net result, the entire body will start getting plugged up. That is the real problem of diabetes, because that's why it involves the entire body, all the vessel. The plaque is this thing over here will plug up everything with the sugar and the cholesterol being thickened. So it start plugging up all the vessels in the brain, in the heart, in the kidney, and the lower extremity. This is the major damage of all diabetes. A lot of people say, wow, what's the word about blood sugar going up? But the sugar going up, including the cholesterol, you form all these plaques. So the next stage, your blood pressure going up, and future state will plug up everything that will damage all the vessels, damage all your organs, okay? Now, the third stage will come, or your blood sugar will also going to start going up. And then that's where you get your 5.7 moving up to 6.4%, your A1C, which is the hemoglobin, the amount of percentage sugar attached to hemoglobin by percentage. If you are 5.7, you're a normal person, you're 6.4, you are already actually pre-diabetic. If you're 6.5, you're diabetes. 2 times being measured over 6.5, you are definitely a diabetic, no longer pre-diabetic, and you ever be diabetic because they don't convert back, okay? And then if you do a 6.5, you are diabetic, you are stage 4. And then that's what we're trying to do now. We hope that we can get you not to convert to 6.4 and above 6.5. If you are 6.5 and above, we'll try to convert you back to 6.4 below. So net result, you continue to be healthy. 嗱，各位朋友，其實好重要咧，你一知道咧 ，LDL 膽固醇咧上去嘅時候咧，你嗰會就將嗰啲胰臟嘅 B cell 細胞全部損壞。一路咁損壞，你又出多啲，都係損壞，咁變咗嚟講，越整就越差嘅。最後咧，最弊啊，when你做咗呢樣嘢嘅時候咧，好多人咧就 end up 咧嗰啲血咧 become 咩啊 thickening，become 結啊，血糖同埋膽固醇結咗之後咧，就全身咧都 block 晒所有嘅血管啦。心臟啦，所 organ 都開始慢慢 block 損壞。咁其實第一步咧，你見到症狀出現咧，就會見到呢啲咁嘅 plaque 咧，就血壓會高咗。嗱，血壓高咗只係130啊、140嘅啫，唔會好高嘅。但係嗰啲咁嘅慢慢咁嘅嘢咧，就越整越弊，因為佢 block 晒全身嘅血管啊。所以咧，糖尿病最大嘅 problem 就係呢度出現啦。咁第三咧就係當你一路落去嘅時候咧 ，A1C 度上去啦。個 amount of 即係 A1C 就係你個 hemoglobin， 即係個紅血球細胞個蛋白咧，佢有啲糖黐住佢嘅，有 percentage 嘅。咁如果你係低高過 5.7 咧，你就已經係開始前期患病。去到 6.5 咧，你就係糖尿病㗎啦。咁第三個 stage 咧，你就係 between 5.7、6.4 嘅。第四個 stage 咧，當你一過咗 6.5 咧，你就糖尿病者啦。咁你就唔翻轉啦。咁我哋咧現在咧希望呢個前期患病咧就繼續都係能夠咧 stay 喺 6.4 以下，行翻轉去 6.7， 咁我哋咧真係做咗好工作，因為咧將來嘅問題咧越整就越禍，越整越多問題出現嘅，所以唔想去嗰度。OK， so how does LowsuTea work? Now we do it very simple. We have guava leaf and bitter melon. There's only 2 items in there. The guava leaf it actually delay the sugar entering into the vessels. Matter of fact, you don't, so we'll just make it easier to say, just block the sugar going to the gut vessels, and that result, it will just dump it out to through your gut to fecal matter. And so you have less sugar enter the vessel first of all. Second, bitter melon, they act like a insulin. The reason why it acts like insulin because it increases the sensitivity of the insulin. So more insulin can carry the sugar into the cell. Remember the B cell keep dying? So now they increase the sensitivity, so more sugar going to the cell. So now you get energy. but the excess sugar will dump out through the urine, and the cholesterol dump out through the urine. The salt also dump out the urine. Net result, you lower your salt, lower your cholesterol, lower sugar, and when you lower salt, you lower your blood pressure. So 3 high will going down. That's why LowsuTea works. And it's a wonderful product because it works like that. Well, wonderfully. Okay. Now, if you don't do anything, what's going to happen? Well, it's really simple. If you don't do anything, you're going to end up 10 years from now or 15 years from now. You have a risk of getting stroke. You have cataract that will become blindness. You have pancreas that will not function anymore. And you have heart disease. You have nerve damage that's really bad because you can't feel. You have high blood pressure. Your blood vessel will be damaged. And then if you cannot feel, injure yourself, you get infected, you got amputated, you damage your kidney, that you have to have kidney dialysis. You have pregnancy, that's a real issue because eventually you might become a diabetic, you're a gestation diabetic. Many of them have that. And then 30% of people have no sex. That's really sad. So that's why you really need to figure that has to be very, very seriously being treated, okay? 嗱，各位朋友講講嗱，點解你要去飲去糖茶？因為去糖茶咧，第一咧番石榴咧係會 block 咗啲糖入去個血管裏邊嘅，咁你變咗冇咁多糖入去啦。就算有啲糖入咗去咧，我哋個苦瓜咧就帶啲糖入翻去，因為佢令到個胰島素咧更加敏感，咁佢就帶翻啲糖入去細胞裏邊。excess 嘅糖點啊？佢掉咗喺佢尿嗰度啦，同埋佢個膽固醇掉咗喺尿嗰度走啦。同埋鹽都係嘅，所以飲咗啲人咧腳腫冇咗啦，多數好多冇咗腳腫啊。第二咧，佢因為冇咗鹽咧，咁佢血壓都降低，三高都會降低，血糖膽固醇同埋血壓3樣都降低，咁就其實好簡單。所以如果你話係我係前期患病或者糖尿患病者飲去糖茶點解 work 就係因為咁能夠繼續降低血糖。咁如果你唔做嘢，冇嘅事啊，我而家冇症狀啊，點解做嘢啊？嗱，10年後或者5年後，你開始會發現啲好多大嘅問題，你有機會去中風啦，眼青光眼睇唔到盲啦，你胰臟損壞咧唔出胰島素出嚟啦，要打胰島素啦，心臟病咧要塞晒血管啊嘛，個 nerve damage 更加重要嘅神經損壞啦，咁冇 feel 啦，又唔記得嘢啦。仲有 blood pressure go up 啦，咁呢個好大問題喎，即係你會有即係中風嘅問題就喺 blood pressure 嗰度啊，仲有 damage 好多血管喎，咁又係斬咗腳，因為你咁咪冇 feel 啦，咁如果有 injury 嗰啲血液唔好循環咧，要發炎咧，你就隻腳就會斬咗佢嘅 end up，咁仲有 diabetic retinopathy 就係好似個血個腎咧壞啦，咁你要洗腎喎，60% 咧有可能會係有腎病嘅病人都係呢樣嘢嘅，所以好慘嘅，如果你去洗腎。我覺得你各位冇人都想去洗腎啦。咁仲有咧，好多人咧喺性功能係冇咗嘅30%啊，記住啊，大邊係冇性功能嘅。咁仲有咧，仲有懷孕咧，如果你係已經懷孕嘅有併發症，將來亦都有呢個問題嘅。So really at the end of the day, you gotta understand the problem of complication if your blood sugar goes up is tremendous. It affects your entire body. All these things are real. So you got to really take care. And also we have 5 programs to help you out. We have diet program, you drink LowsuTea and teach you a low carb diet. We have exercise program, you got to walk 10,000 steps a day. You have weight control under BMI less than 23. We have Dr. Webner and professional like me want to talk about every week, teaching you about diabetes, how to control. And then you have daily blood tracking. We have spent Abbott, Liberty, and give you a chart how to answer. If you don't have that, you let me know. I will send you that information. Later we'll do that. Well, our objective is get your A1C all the way to 5.7. That is our objective. So let's continue to do that. We want to help you continue to be healthy. Let's work together because we are the one here holding your hand throughout your diabetic journey to make sure you are actually healthy and you are actually able to lower blood sugar to enjoy your grandchildren and be happy. 各位堂友，其實我哋有個宗旨咧，有5個 program 幫你降低血糖，能夠令到你真係身體健康。 將佢 A1C 由10以上跌到6.7，或者你現在係5.4啦，唔係6.4啦，我跌翻5.7。咁我有咩 program 咧？我有 diet 啦，有飲去糖茶啦，點能夠令到你去 exercise 去行啦，仲有減磅啦，仲有每個禮拜咧都有個 Doctor Web 幫助你去繼續去 increase 咗你嘅知識按糖尿病咧，咁同埋你繼續去點度你血糖，因為你唔知你血糖幾多，你係好難控制嘅。因為如果你唔度咧，真係唔知喎。咁呢個係全部都有一樣嘢繼續做，咁令到你咧有一個制度去降低血糖。So I appreciate your time. So we now talk about what is substitute. Okay. Now the reason is a lot of people when they talk about sweet, because we like sweet, everybody likes sweet, but on the hand, if we are diabetes or pre-diabetic, we all say, wow, we got to control our sweet. So how much sweet should I take? Okay. So how much carbs should I take, should I say? So you really have to figure out what to do. Now, the problem is pre-diabetic, diabetes is all the same. We have to lower our carbs and sweet, and that become a challenge because we all love sweet things to eat and all that. From very young to now, we love to eat sweet, like ice cream and all good stuff. But the thing is, if you are diabetes, a lot of these things you have to change lifestyle. No longer 3 scoop ice cream, which I used to be. And you have to eat less. So how can I compensate all that? So a lot of people now say, wow, I have to use sugar substitute, because sugar substitute is really the way I can still take my sweet, but I won't affect my blood sugar, which is true, but not every single sugar substitute is the same. So today, the webinar will give you all the information on sugar substitute, so you better understand what it is. So net result, you have better choice to give you better control of blood sugar and better health, no more upset stomach, and so forth. That's what we're trying to do today. Okay? 嗱，各位朋友，嗱，各位都知道咧，我又個好中意食甜嘢嘅。因為我介紹係由細長大都係希望有啲甜嘢食啦。喂，但係整下呢個糖尿病或者前期患病咯，咁你又轉咗 lifestyle 唔食得甜嘢，又點算啊？咁我哋就揾代糖啦。但係代糖係每一樣咧唔係嘅，原來你要知道咧有咩代糖幫你係唔會令到你個肚唔舒服啦，或者係令到你食咗之後擠啲糖唔上去啦，同埋仲有一樣嘢係令到你能夠 enjoy 你嘅嘅食物，但係亦都係好開心食到喎。咁呢啲嘢咧，全部都係咩啊？就係有了解用咩代糖會幫助你。今日嘅 webinar 就係講呢樣嘢啦。嗱，when you consider picking the sugar substitute, there are 2 things you have to understand. One, nutritive. Nutritive is meaning that is it your substitute has some calories? Some of them has calories. Some of them don't. It's called non-nutritive. So they have no calorie and doesn't affect your blood sugar. Now, to be honest, a lot of people don't tell you that. They don't hope that you don't understand. Some people, because some of the blood sugar actually does have, even though it said, well, it's for diabetes, pre-diabetic, but it does have about maybe 5 grams of sugar or 2 grams of sugar or 2 grams of carb or 5 grams of carb. They all have to list it. So you have to look. So not all, low substitute is the same. And even natural substitute is not the same. So you got to look. So 2 things, nutritive and non-nutritive. Okay? 嗱，各位糖友記住，當你揀呢個代糖裏面咧有2種嘅。第一個代糖咧就係有啲營養卡路里喺裏邊嘅。有啲咧叫 non-nutritive 咧就係冇營養喺裏邊嘅，就係全部都係食咗之後咧唔會影響血糖嘅。咁呢2種揀擇咧，咁你就要知道係咩嘢先能夠揀到嘅，係咪？咁所以咧你就係知道第一類有2種，呢個要揀啦。So if you take sweetener, you have to first remember you cannot say, wow, there's no sugar that affect my blood sugar. I can take as many as you want. That's not true. You should always still take very moderate of the sweetener in your digestive system. The reason is when you take artificial sweetener, you kind of let your brain know, I need sweet, I need sweet. Then end up, you might actually end up eating more sweet, could be need to eat more cookie to satisfy that sweetness. Because you got the sweet taste in your mouth, you're not satisfied. So you will do more. So you might not only drinking zero Coke, you might also say, well, I drink zero Coke, it's not satisfied. I might eat a couple more cookies or 3 more cookies or a few bags of chips. End up, you are basically get yourself a lot more needed calories and carbs, sugar. So keep that in mind. Take sweetener very moderate. 1 pack of Splendid, stop. And then you won't get all the thing go up, okay? So that is something that you keep in mind. It's not because this is, artificial, no problem. It's not true. Now, if you need to drink instead of zero Coke, I will highly suggest forget about zero Coke. Drink LowsuTea to hydrate yourself, because remember, each day you have to have 3 liters of solutions to drink in order to hydrate, to dilute your blood so your blood sugar is not continue to be high. So drink LowsuTea will help you to at least lower your blood sugar, hydrate you. You can able to enjoy the sweetness also in a way to help you out. Some people telling me they put 1 bag of Splendid in there to help them to get a little sweeter. Yes, 1 bag is okay because that does not affect your sugar, and you can do that. But that will be something that you can do, or you can go without. I would prefer not to go with it with the added sugar. But some people say I can't drink with water with no sugar, or LowsuTea with no sugar. That's fine, 1 bag, and you have a little sweetness. They would be very happy. So you can do that, okay? 嗱，記住糖友，如果你係呢個叫做用咗呢個代糖咧，你係要少量嚟做。個原因咧，因為如果你係食得太多咧，你個腦啊話俾你聽，哇！我要覺得甜喎，我食緊甜，我要更加多甜。咁你咧就問題喺邊度咧？你就會更加食多啲乜嘢咧？食多啲 cookies 啦、餅乾啦，或者食多啲不同嘅雜物啦，會 chips 啊嗰啲咁嘅嘢啦。咁先能夠令到你 satisfy 自己個甜嘅感覺啊！咁所以變咗嚟講咧，當你有譬如飲 zero Coke 咧，飲咗兩杯3杯咧，你開始會繼續個腦話：喂，我需要多啲甜嘢，我需要甜嘢。咁你就可以食多啲嘢，咁啊反而係反效果咧 ，end up 咧你個 carb 就高 up 啲，即係你個蛋水化又高咗，你糖又高咗，你食咗其他嘢啊嘛。咁所以咧要呢個咧一定要小心。嗱，其實最好就飲去糖茶。去糖茶咧，俾咗你2個 liter 嘅去糖茶啦。咁你飲咗之後，咁就咧就 hydrate 咗你啦，即係俾多啲水分啦，大啲嘅 blood 唔會去，你個 blood 會係咁甜啦。第二樣嘢，有啲美國嘅人咧，或者香港人都有嘅，就話我唔飲慣嘢係冇甜嘅。咁你話乜包 Splendid 一樽1個 liter， 一日都係2包嘅啫。咁呢樣嘢咧，你係可以做到咧，亦都唔影響血糖嘅。好多同學做呢個咧，佢嘅血糖都唔高啊。咁呢個咧係睇下你係咪可以做到呢樣嘢，但係就唔好個個去做，因為其實咧未必一定係好對你好嘅，所以最好唔好需要。如果你習慣咗腦唔需要咧，就唔需要啦，所以唔好。但係有人係咁做咧，亦都覺得 OK。So remember, if you need sweet, make sure just use the proper sweetener. And so later on, Splendid is actually a pretty good one. I will tell you why, okay? So one of the really old-timer sweetener is actually a saccharin. Usually the brand is called Sweet and Low. Now this is the oldest one. And the thing is that Sweet and Low has been known to a lot of people in the 70s. They said the saccharin had actually increased the chance of cancer. But on the hand, the National Institute of Health concluded that it is not listed a potential cancer agent, and the FDA actually approved. But nevertheless, people still have that memory that, oh, it causes cancer. So a lot of people don't use saccharin. And on top of that, saccharin has a little different taste, so that might be an effect to a lot of people. It's 300 or 500 times sweeter, depends on what saccharin you use. But it is an old-time artificial sweetener. I still notice some restaurants using this, so you can think about that. And then a lot of people still kind of stay away from saccharin now. 嗱，一個老牌嘅可以即係呢個代糖咧，就叫 saccharin 或者個 brand 叫 Sweet and Low 啦。咁現在喺市量咧都睇到有啲呢個嘢嘅。咁係咪300-500隻咁甜喎？貪甜喎，係好甜嘅其實啊！但係佢有一個特別嘅 taste，咁有啲人唔中意啦。咁仲有好耐以前喺70年代就話，喂 saccharin 有做到呢個癌症嘅發生喎。咁其實最後咧，現在咧就話其實呢個都唔應該係有癌症嘅東西喺裏邊嘅。咁但係 FDA 亦都 approve 咗係冇嘅。咁但係好多人睇到腦都記住係有呢樣嘢，所以好多人都開始唔用呢個東西嘅。咁但係如果你覺得有啲有咧，如果你少量1-2包咧，唔好成日食咧，咁呢個都唔係一個問題。但係最緊要知道咧，就唔可以日日食啊，唔好食咁多。OK， 記住呢樣嘢。OK。So the real popular now today world is really Splenda. Now Splenda is a very popular substitute which everybody in the United States, Europe, everywhere been using it. The reason is because it's 600 times sweeter than sugar. And why a lot of diabetes use it? Because it does not affect your blood sugar. Imagine that, it does not affect your blood sugar. Splenda not even have very little absorption in the body, and so it doesn't affect your blood sugar. So it's a pretty good thing. It doesn't give you a lot of side effect. If a typical 132-pound person, you gotta have a limit of 23 packs of Splenda a day before you say, wow, I'm overeat. So it is a very good actually substitute. Basically, a typical weight, if you want to calculate, is about 5 grams of Splenda per 1 kilo of body weight per day. So you have a lot of Splenda. You don't eat that. I actually do some Splenda by cooking also. It doesn't affect your increase your sugar going up on your baking. It's really nice. And it doesn't have any special taste, so it's good. And it doesn't have any side effect right now, at least in study-wise, what Splenda could understand it affect you with cancer and all that. They didn't say anything of those. So it is a very good substitute. 嗱，各位堂友 ，Splenda 咧係可以全世界咧可以講咧係呢個最 popular 嘅代糖。咁佢哋有 sucralose 啦 ，Splenda 嘅本身個名就叫 sucralose 啦 ，brand Splenda 係一個即係產品嘅名啫 ，OK。咁但係個人都知道咩叫 Splenda 㗎啦。咁但係咧就係一個好代糖，因為點解咧？佢唔會影響多數你嘅血糖，因為咧佢多數唔會 absorb 啲呢個糖入去你個血管裏邊啊，所以就 passing through out。咁所以變咗嚟講，呢個係一個好嘅東西。同埋咧仲有咧。佢600倍咁糖 ，compare 個 600 times 咁高嘅糖咧 ，compare regular sugar 嘅。咁仲有咧，如果係 FDA 講咧，就係你132磅嘅人咧，你要最多係食到23包代糖 ，which 你唔會啦 ，OK？ 咁但係咧，即係每5 gram 嘅 sucralose 咧，就1個 kg 嘅 body weight 咧，就係呢個 formula 計出嚟嘅。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，其實呢個係一個好嘢，所以我依家有啲美國嘅糖友或者香港嘅糖友咧，就話我要飲有少少甜嘅，佢攞一包代糖喺嗰個叫做LowsuTea裏邊咧，即係去糖茶都 work 嘅。所以變咗嚟講，你係需要，但係雖然最好都唔好用，但係如果用咧幾好，同埋咧係佢冇 calorie 嘅，冇 calorie 嘅。咁呢個係一個又好冇 calorie 咧，又唔會absorb你 sugar 咧，所以呢個係十分好嘅代糖。So Splenda is a very good substitute because it doesn't affect your blood sugar, plus it doesn't have any calories. So it doesn't increase your calorie intake in this instance. So this is a very good substitute. Now, the third substitute is Equal. Now, Equal is quite popular in the early days because Splenda comes out. It's called a NutraSweet. Or as another name is called aspartame. Is a non-nutritive, low-calorie artificial sweetener. In other words, it doesn't have calorie usually, and is 200 times sweeter than sugar. However, in ascertain and the research is on animal model. In other words, they put animal, give them, equal to eat and drink. They start finding that there's potential linkage on leukemia, lymphoma, breast cancer, and also affect people with some migraine headache, especially people who have PKU, which is phenol ketonuria, are not supposed to use equal. So there is a lot of people that maybe not use. So net result, equal now become less and less people use. The reason is because of the fact that there's all these study of animal study linkage of all the issue, potential cancer and migraine. But at least this is what it is. You use 1 or 2 packs occasionally, it will not going to help you. We're not going to affect it, let's believe it. But that's why many people switch to Splenda because of the fact that this is what it is. 嗱，各位堂友 ，Equal 你都睇過啦，咁好多 supermarket 都買嘅。咁Equal 好多時咧有個即係chemical name aspartame。咁但係呢個咧有個問題咧就係佢用呢個即係 animal study， 即係話佢俾啲食物好似老鼠啊，俾Equal去食咧，好多時就拎 up 到咧啲老鼠become有白血球過多嘅病啦，有 lymphoma 嘅病啦 ，cancer 全部 cancer 啦 ，breast cancer 嘅病啦，同埋 migraine headache 啊。excuse me。咁同埋咧，有啲人咧有 ketonuria 嗰啲人咧就唔用得嘅，所以其實咧好多人都唔想用 Equal 嘅原因就係咁解啦。所以其實咧，如果你係有 Equal 咧，都唔好用呢樣嘅咧，用 Splendid 好過 Equal 嘅。咁大家記住咧，但係如果你作 occasion 食2包，對你嚟講係冇問題，最好每日食就得啦，唔好日日食。OK。Now, another very very natural sugar from South Africa substitute is called stevia. It's a sweetener came from a leaf called stevia plant from South America, and some of the brand is called Truvia. And basically, this is something that is also very good in a sense, artificial sweetener. But only thing, stevia has a little taste, has a little bite taste, I would say. So you don't get used to it. But by the time now, the people are smart. They mix the stevia with something else, like for example, mix it with monk fruit or mix with other sweetener. Then end up the tastes are gone. Okay, so end result is become very good, and it is calorie free. There's no calorie in there, and many food and beverage actually use that to make the drink become sweet. Certainly, it's no calorie, it's non-nutritive, and it doesn't affect your blood sugar. There's no impact and your blood sugar. But the problem they have is they do reported stevia creates stomach intestinal problem. If you take too much stevia, they feel bloated. Some people get diarrhea and all that. So you gotta use stevia in moderate amount. Matter of fact, they're talking about if 130 pound person can only take 9 tabletop package, like each package only 9. Remember, like Splenda take 23. This is only 9. So it is a different, okay? So you got to keep in mind, stevia, if you take too much, you're going to get stomach problems. So this is something that's why a lot of people now use stevia mixed with small amount of stevia mixed with other stuff to make it, although it's very sweet, but it also creates some other issues. So they tend to blend together, then the result might not be that much on the stomach issue. 嗱 ，stevia 咧係一個甜葉菊，嗱甜葉菊喺南美洲出嚟嘅，係一個植物葉嚟嘅，咁好甜嘅。咁食咗佢之後咧，就有一個好怪嘅味道，個跛啦我叫佢啊。咁其實咧係冇加落你嘅，亦都唔會影響你影響血管嘅血糖嘅。但係有個問題，當你食得多嘅時候咧，你又會有肚嘅問題啦 ，stomach problem 啊。個 stomach problem 就 feel 到好脹咗啦，又會痛啦，好多氣啦，呢嘢會出現嘅。 咁所以其實咧喺 FDA 咧就即係話你每日唔可以有9 pack 嘅糖，9 pack 啊。咁但係記住喎 ，Splenda 可以23 pack 喎，呢個係9 pack 啫。所以咧你都知道咧呢個係唔食得多嘅 ，OK？ 咁記住呢樣嘢。So stevia, you just gotta remember, cannot eat too much. It's only 9 pack a day. Now, one of the stuff that actually stevia mixed with a lot of erythritol and make that the taste end up stevia taste is not a lot. Plus, we got less stevia, so you don't have any kind of gas issue or stomach issue or diarrhea issue. So end up you become getting a sweetness and also doesn't affect your blood sugar. So a lot of the product now mix erythritol and also stevia together to just make a better product, okay? So what are erythritol? Erythritol is a sugar alcohol. It has less side effect. It doesn't give you much side effect like other erythritol, other sugar alcohol will give you gas, bloating, diarrhea. This one doesn't. This one actually eat a lot. A lot of people use it for baking. And also one thing that's good is only 10% of this will go into your colon. The rest just passing through urine. So end up, you basically doesn't get much out of it. And most of the urine will get out. So it doesn't affect the blood sugar. And also, actually, erythritol is derived from the ingredient stevia. So that's why a lot of times they mix with stevia also. It's tremendously good for baking and cooking recipe. A lot of people like that. And they actually give erythritol. I make a lot of cake with this, and it's very delicious. And also, it doesn't affect the blood sugar because I ate it. I checked myself. My blood sugar doesn't go up. It doesn't goes up more than 9 actually, or more than 160. Because when you eat a lot of sugar, it's going to go up real higher. And no more than 160 or 150. So it is good. Okay. 嗱，謝仙糖酸咧就係呢個 erythritol 啦。咁其實咧呢個咧首先咧就係對呢個糖尿病嘅人咧都幾好嘅，因為咧佢唔會令到你血糖上漲嘅。咁同埋咧佢係每一個 erythritol 咧只係1個 calorie per gram。咁你唔會食好多啦。咁第一個 calorie 好少啫，係咪？咁同埋呢個係由 stevia 走出嚟嘅，所以好多時咧好多廠家咧 stevia 咧就同埋呢個 erythritol mix 埋出嚟，令到 stevia 個味道係唔見咗嗰個 strong stevia 嘅味道唔見咗啦。咁同埋做咗之後咧，一樣咁甜又好食啦。咁同埋咧就冇咗啲所謂嘅肚屙啊、肚痛啊、diarrhea 啊，即係屙啊，即係呢個肚屙啊個感覺。同埋仲有一樣咧，10% 嘅 erythritol 咧，直情去唔到啊，即係唔會只係10% 嘅 erythritol 咧係入到個大腸嗰度嘅啫，其他就由個尿嗰掉出嚟㗎。咁所以咧，其實係一個幾好嘅即係代糖嘅東西。其實我都用好多呢個 erythritol 咧，係幫我去做餅食嘅東西，麵包啊餅係 very good 嘅。呢個係做咗好多次咧，嗰啲血糖真係唔高級嘅。So erythritol is a good stuff because it's only 1 calorie per gram of erythritol, and it tastes real good. It doesn't have stomach affect a stomach problem. And on top of that is a natural product. The rest of them, only 10% go to colon. The rest of them is just dump out through urine. Now, this is another real good one because a lot of people didn't realize this item with there is a natural sweetener. It's a very popular natural sweetener. It's called monk fruit. It actually came from South China. And in Chinese, it's called 羅漢果. This one, okay, is Chinese. But anyway, it's a plant from South China, has 0 calories, and it has about 150 to 200 times sweeter than sugar. And it's really good for baking, food preparation, even sweetening your tea. I've been actually sometimes, if I really want to sweeten my tea, I use this, and it tastes delicious. So monk fruit is a very natural sugar, can help you to sweeten things, but on the other hand, it doesn't really boost up your blood sugar, okay? And the one thing good is 0 calorie, okay? So 羅漢果大家都聽過啦，咁係一個天然嘅甜味啦，咁同埋好處咧，佢係就150至200倍嘅甜compare sugar， 但係好似係冇 calorie 嘅，冇卡路里嘅。咁同埋咧，亦都係好十分好咧。如果你係去煮餅食啊，或者係煮食物咧，羅漢果咧係一個十分好做嘅東西，同埋咧亦都唔會影響你血糖幾多嘅。咁同埋咧，如果你飲小茶咧，當係少少咖啡啊，用少少羅漢果嘅糖咧，亦都可以嘅。So it's a very good natural sugar. It's called monk fruit. Is extremely good to help you to sweeten your product. Okay. Now, as you know, remember just now we talked about sugar, alcohol, erythritol. Remember this guy? Okay. So actually there are other sugar alcohol, but on the hand, this one has come from very different sugar alcohol, like vegetable or fruit. Okay. Because a lot of alcohol come from different fruits as sugar, and it does not have the similar so-called property like sugar. Okay, so this sweetener do have one thing is calorie. Another thing that you will have is also might affect your gut, and I'll tell you why that is going to happen. Okay, so there are quite a different sugar alcohol that come out like sorbitol, mannitol, isomalt, xylitol. So all these are so-called sugar alcohol sweetener. However, although they do have small calorie, a lot of these sugar has been made for dessert and gums, candy. They use that. But a lot of people took this, they start feeling that the digestive system is kind of weird. They feel that, well, I feel like my stomach is bloated, it's not feeling good. And some even have diarrhea. The reason is the alcohol are not absorbed in the gut and start fermenting in the gut. And getting your bacteria fermented together and produce a lot of gas. You know, where your stomach is getting the bacteria for producing gas. So you're going to feel very uncomfortable. Your gas feel big and make your stomach feel uncomfortable. So net result, a lot of people say, wow, if I do that, maybe I don't want this sugar alcohol. Now, this is very different from this guy here. At erythritol, you don't have that problem because only 10% absorb into the gut. The rest of them pass it out. But this one actually stay in your gut and start forming those bacteria. So you have a very different thing, okay? So sorbitol, some people even have taken sorbitol start getting diarrhea, and some people actually take that to make diarrhea. That's what they do. So just keep that in mind. Got to be careful. That's all. 嗱，如果用糖用酒做出嚟嘅糖咧，其實咧有個問題咧，呢啲係多數由菜蔬、水果啊、天然嘅植物有好多有天然植物做出嚟嘅。但係個問題，呢個第一佢有卡路里喺裏邊。即係食咗之後咧，係一個 nutritive 嘅 sweetener 有卡路里嘅。第二咧，但係呢個卡路里就好過有 carbs，因為佢唔係好高。但係個問題咧，好多時咧就呢啲嘢係用咗咩做 candy 啊，用 dessert 啊喺度做咗。但係個問題做咗出嚟之後咧，佢就令到你會有個肚脹，同埋咧係會有肚屙 potential 肚屙。個原因咧就係咩？如果 sugar 落咗去之後咧，就喺個gut嗰度咧，就開始同嗰啲其他嘅 bacteria 開始 ferment， 即係喺度發酵。發酵咗之後就 produce 好多氣啊。咁好多氣嘅時候咧，咁你個肚冇脹啦，冇舒服啦。再做多氣嘅時候，你可能就會個肚要肚屙嘅感覺，大便嘅感覺，咁啊好唔舒服啦。所以其實咧，好有啲人咧就用呢個。呢個 sorbitol 啊、mannitol 啊、isotol 係愛嚟做佢呢個 laxative 添，即係用一個糞便嘅。如果你係大便有問題咧，食咗呢個咧，大便可以能夠可以排到大便出去嘅。咁我嗰陣時依家用咗呢樣嘢，所以變咗嚟講食呢個咧就要小心啲啦。OK， 同埋咧佢係大概1/3嘅少過普通嘅糖嘅卡路里嘅。compare sugar，OK， 咁所以變咗嚟咧，當然係呢個咧，你 consider 你個時候咧就要睇有糖裏邊啦，有個肚嘅感覺啦，同埋有卡路里嘅。So sugar alcohol like sorbitol, mannitol and so forth, you got to imagine you got to remember is about 1/3 of calorie inside of regular sugar, plus there's a potential affected your gut that you can have bloating and diarrhea feeling. Not everyone like that, but some of them has. And on top of that, some actually even uses a laxative. So that gotta be careful. Another thing, number 8, acetylflame is a potassium, and a lot of people call it ACE-K. But it is a manufacturer. Many people use this for Diet Coke and also Mountain Dew. This is very popular when they use that for artificial sweetener for the diet drink. And 200 times of the sweetener than sugar, 200 times, okay? And they combine, usually they make soda with the Diet Coke with this product, plus other sweetener got in there too. So keep that in mind. And FDA only recommend 15 grams or less per kg per body weight. So basically, if you use this, you basically each day can only make 200 table packet, which I don't think you use that much anyway. But on the other hand, keep in mind, if you put a lot of sweetener in there, your brain will tell you, hey, I need more sweet. And end up you using this, although you drank that, oh, it's not affect my blood sugar, but on the other hand, you're going to end up eating other sugar product to satisfy your sweet by your brain. So you got to be careful not to be overusing this, okay? 嗱，各位有個產品叫 ACE-K 啊，咁 ACE-K 咧係愛嚟做咩咧？多數係嗰啲即係Diet Coke即係低糖嘅汽水啊，用呢個嚟做嘅。咁但係有唔好處咧，佢呢個嘢你飲得太多咧，你會 end up 咧就個腦話俾你聽，話我要食多啲糖喎，咁你就可以食其他嘢，咁呢個小心。但因為雖然佢係200倍甜過嘅普通糖，但係咧喺呢兩方面嚟講咧，你食得太多咧，譬如繼續飲好多 Diet Coke，你就真係有咁嘅問題嘅出現啊！佢日食多啲甜嘅補充你個做糖即係補充你要愛糖嘅需要。咁所以變咗嚟講咧，呢個要繼續小心啦。咁 FDA 咧就 recommend 咧，但係每日咧你只係能夠食大概23包呢啲咁糖，當然你唔會食咁多啦。咁但係都要記住咧，呢個係多數係啲汽水做汽水嘅東西做出嚟嘅。Now, one of the very new product now is allulose. Now, allulose is very interesting. Is a new artificial sweetener, not considered as a sugar for the body now as a definition, because it says it doesn't metabolize by the body, so it's not considered added sugar. So basically, this product is very low calorie, derived from actually wheat, raisin, or dry figs, brown sugar, or molasses. And they have 90% fewer calories than actual like sucrose. But there's 70% as sweet. And also it only slightly increases your blood sugar. And so it is a very unique product. It slightly increases your blood sugar, a little bit calorie. But if you take like 5 to 10 grams of allulose, it basically very little or actually no effect to your blood sugar, which if over 10 grams, you will definitely affect, okay? However, this is such a new product. Canada, Europe has not approved this yet, but the United States has approved as considered as a permitted sweetener, okay? But Canada and Europe has not done that yet. But this is something to look forward to see whether you take that will help you to increase your sugar or not. I think they sell that. I saw this somewhere in US. I saw this in Safeway, I believe. But there is for sale already. But on the other hand, you got to be careful. It does have little calories. It does increase your sugar if you took more than 5 grams of allulose. So this is something that you be aware of, okay? 嗱 ，allulose 咧係一個好新嘅叫做代糖啦。咁但係呢個代糖咧就首先咧就係唔應該係當係一個糖住嘅，依家喺 FDA 嚟講呢個唔係當糖。咁但係咧本身佢係有卡路里嘅，咁佢大概70%咧甜過70%個普通糖嘅。 但係個問題咧，佢係有些少卡路里，同埋咧佢亦都如果食多過5個至10個 gram 嘅allulose咧，係會increase 咗你嘅血糖嘅。咁加拿大同埋歐洲咧就會 approve 呢樣嘢，但喺美國見到好多人。咁但係咧亦都有一個東西俾你試啦。咁變咗嚟講，你可能夠睇下食咗呢嘢係咪對你有呢樣嘢。香港我唔見到有得賣住，但係未見到有。但係其實呢個東西咧就會落買出嚟咧，at least知道有一樣嘢啦。咁呢個咧就係我哋即係好多人咧就想話有咩，如果我想愛多啲代糖，有咩可能夠俾到其他嘢啦。咁我而家有9隻東西俾你揀擇啦，9隻咁多啊。So in conclusion, we have 9 items for you to select, which is a lot, right? So you can actually have basically able to provide you with more things to look at, see whether that is something you can able to really fit you with calorie and also with increase your blood sugar or not. So you can actually do a lot of things to help you. Now, the sugar substitute, why would I do that? Because pre-diabetic, diabetic, we all need to have sugar substitute to better control the carbohydrate intake and control the blood sugar level, okay? Everybody do that, right? But on the other hand, each substitute is very different, affect your blood sugar differently, it give you a stomach different effect, and you need to take anyway, any moderate, any blood sugar substitute, you need to take it very moderately. So your brain don't tell you, I need more sugar, I eat more, okay? So you don't overconsume that. So you have to always reduce the sugar substitute if you can. At the same time, it will not affect your blood sugar. That is the key. That is something you have to look. A lot of time, I take this blood sugar substitute. If I do Splendid, for example, I measure my blood sugar. I take a cake, make my Splendid, I measure blood sugar. So I want to see, is there any effect? For me, Splendid doesn't affect me. If I take one bag of Splendid, it doesn't affect me at all. So you need to experiment that to see it for yourself, okay? So that is so important. So in order to you to become really important to understand what the 9 sugar will affect you. So, okay, 嗱，各位同友記住，我哋喺個點解會做呢樣嘢咧？就係因為第一，好多人咧知道，哇，原來代糖好重要喎，可能幫助我減低血糖。係呢個真嘅，因為有啲食咗代糖有甜咧，係唔會增加血糖，好似 Splendid 咁啦。咁但係其他會食咗之後咧，對你個肚好唔舒服嘅喎，亦都有啲係增加你血糖嘅喎。咁又揀邊啲啱咧？唔好樣都一樣。咁最重要咧就唔好食得多，因為食得多咧會令到你個糖感覺之後，你食得更加多，咁就弊家伙啦。咁你會食下餅食多啲啊，咁就唔正仔。所以呢個要好小心，一定要做到呢樣嘢。OK， 咁 so at the end of the day, we know that as 9 items in sweetener you can choose from. One is saccharin. Saccharin is about 300 to 500 times sweeter. A lot of old timers use that, but people worry because it get cancer. But certainly FDA said no, it doesn't have that now. One of the most popular one is Splendor, and it is really good. It's 600 times sweeter. It have no effect. It doesn't increase your blood sugar. It's really a good thing. That's why a lot of diabetic, pre-diabetic use Splendor, and I agree with that too. Matter of fact, a lot of the customer actually want to use my LowsuTea one, make it sweeter. They use Splendor 1 pack. It doesn't affect. Now, Equal has an issue because Equal is 200 times sweeter, but animal model as a link, it can cause cancer, and also you have potential to get migraine headaches. So a lot of people have cautious of Equals, and I do worry about that. So Equal was not the choice. Stevia as the same thing from a plant from Europe, from Latin America, but although it doesn't have calorie, but it has a little taste, kind of weird. It kind of stink. I call it a hot taste, if you will. Some people suggest that it's got a little as a kick, if you will. So it depends on how you describe it. Although it has no calorie, but also when you eat too much stevia, like 9-pack, you might have stomach problem. So a lot of people use stevia. Is at least stevia, they mix it with erythritol. Erythritol, it have no stomach problem. It's actually doesn't give you, if you mix it together, the taste of stevia might not be there. There's only 1 calorie per gram. It does not affect your blood sugar that much. A lot of cooking using that. Monk fruit is another good one. It has 150 to 200 times sweeter than sugar. Great for baking, and even use it for tea is okay. And the thing is, the 7th one is called sugar alcohol sweetener, like such as sorbitol, that kind of thing. And that a lot of time people use that as actually as a laxative. And you got to be careful with that, because eat too much, you will get stomach problem. The reason is because the bacteria and the sugar mixed together, the alcohol sugar mixed together form a lot of gas, and that's why you got alcohol problem with a stomach problem. Then the Ace cake. Ace cake is commercial. Usually you will not see a lot in a retail market, but this usually use it for making 7-Up or Diet Coke, things like that. So that is something that have been around for using that. And then another new one, which is newly created just recently, artificial sweetener called allulose, which has a little bit calorie, but it is not considered as sugar. But nevertheless, this is a new item which you have to look at down the road, whether that fits you. But most important is really drinking LowsuTea to hydrate yourself, to dilute your blood sugar, so you do not get more blood sugar in there to affect you. 各位朋友，我講9樣嘅代糖。第一有 saccharin 啦 ，saccharin 有一個好老嘅代糖啦，咁好多人都用過嘅，咁就嗰陣時就驚住佢有cancer 啦。第二有 splendor 啦 ，splendor 好嘅，因為佢唔影響你嘅糖，如果食多啲都冇乜所謂。23包就係你嘅最高嘅頂點。Equal 咧就真係有問題嘅，好多都唔知道原來 Equal 咧可以令到有即係 potential 咧，佢拎嘅啫，個 animal model 但唔係咪人去有 cancer， 但係 animal model 咧 show 咧有 cancer 嘅，有啲人食到咧有呢個偏頭痛啊。Stevia 咧就冇糖嘅，冇 calorie 嘅。但係食得多咧就會影響個肚咧，會有肚痛。咁同埋咧佢有個味好怪雞嘅，所以有個 kick 嘅味咧，係覺得有啲人話唔係習慣。咁好多時喺 stevia 咧就 mix with 啲 erythritol 咧 mix 曬 together 咧就冇咗味，好食啲又冇整到肚痛。羅漢果係個好嘅，羅漢果亦都係用咗好多 baking 啊，咁好多人而家開始用羅漢果啦。亦都依家好多人用erythritol 由 stevia 做出嚟嘅，baking 係好多，呢個唔錯嘅。咁仲有咧其他嘅sugar alcohol 咧，又麻麻地啦，因為佢食咗之後咧就會影響個肚嘅肚脹啦、肚屙啦、肚痛啦，呢啲係因為佢令到個肚咧嗰啲 bacteria 開始同嗰個發酵，咁令到做咗 gas 出嚟做咗呢樣嘢。ACE 咧就係呢個做多數喺 soda 做即係嗰啲帶曲啊嗰啲東西，咁你都見過呢樣嘢。不過你就喺市面上多數買唔到呢啲嘅。咁有新產品叫 allulose 咧，就係現在嚟講話呢個唔係糖添係冇糖嘅，咁有少少卡路里嘅。咁但係呢個咧就係將來嘅產品啦。咁亦都可以咧係唔當糖用都得嘅。咁亦都有少少係真係有可能夠影響血糖咧，咁要就睇下你個自己食咗之後有咩反應啦。咁喺九種之中咧，我覺得最好用、最常見用咧即係 splendor 就叫最好用嘅呢個。咁 anyway 今日我講咗完咗啦。Well, today is my end of my lecture, so I want to ask any other questions that you might have. So hey, hold on. I see. I just my question disappeared. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me check. Is there any questions? Okay, there's a question here. Okay. Okay. The question is: would substitute are better than artificial sweetener? Why do you suggest mixture? Good analysis, side effect. Good analysis or side effect. Okay. Okay. Let's ask the question answer the question first. Okay. Okay, let me see. Oh, I don't know why I keep getting a question disappear. Okay, now artificial sweetener, a sugar substitute, basically, can be artificial sweetener, could be also natural sweetener. So you have two items. So it really depends what you select. Okay, certainly the natural one. Let me share back my screen here so we can you better understand. Okay, remember when we talk about sugar substitute, you have both artificial sweetener, which is like saccharins. These are artificial sweetener. Okay, and so these sweetener is the artificial sweetener, and fruit sweetener will be something like this one, stevia. This is natural sweetener, but each one of them has a different property. So you need to first identify which is a better sweetener for you. Could be substitute, artificial, could be a natural one. So you got to first decide, and does it affect your blood sugar? You have to decide. So at the end of the day, when you select a sweetener, you have to understand, like, if I take stevia, but I don't like stevia taste, so what can I do? Okay, because stevia got a bite, but they are natural. They come from the leaves of the stevia plant. Okay, so it's a natural sweetener. But on the other hand, if I mix it with ethanol sugar, which is already mixed, it's not you mix it yourself, it's people mix it for you, because now they sell ethanol, erythritol. Sorry, they sell erythritol and stevia mixed together. So it's not I suggest the mixture, but actually the market, they felt that, well, stevia have a different taste, so they make a product with erythritol, so it doesn't give you sort of the strange taste of stevia. That's the reason why they do it. And it's not I suggested doing it, it's because they do it, and so net result, it become a better product. Okay, so, but on the other hand, you really have to have the understanding, the actual side effect, because you take a lot of stevia, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have stomach problem, because people feel bloated and stuff like that. But nevertheless, since you're not taking a lot, it's not going to have that much difficulties. So like erythritol is actually a pretty good one, because of the fact that it doesn't affect the stomach, and also does affect your blood sugar a lot. So this is going to be a better product. So the reason why I listed all out for you, so you can have a better choice and better understanding. Now, certainly, a Splenda is actually better than many of the products like saccharin, which have been studied as saying cancer. Certainly now is not, but it does. A lot of people do worry, if I take saccharin, do I get cancer, right? So far, Splenda has no study showing that it is going to cause you any of this issue. So that's why they have become so popular. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. 各位朋友，已經有 question 咧就問如果係用一個天然嘅代糖同埋唔天然代糖有咩分別啊？咁其實好重要，第一就睇下係咪會影響你嘅肚啊，影響你嘅即係食咗之後影響血糖。呢個第一樣嘢就係會知道邊樣係對你好。For example，Splenda 咧就對你冇任何損壞嘅，即係冇任何問題嘅。但係你食個 stevia 咧係一個 natural 嘅代糖啊，但係呢個咧就會令到個肚有少少問題嘅喎。咁你咪有揀擇咯，要選擇邊個會對，或者你食咗你冇問題，我可以繼續 stevia 係咪？但係唔可以食得多喎。咁啊 equal 咧我就唔話你揀啦 ，OK， 因為佢真係話有 link leukemia 咁咧真係差啲喎，係咪？咁仲有咧佢有個問題咧就係點解你 mix 咗啲代糖有一個 natural 同埋一個natural 嘅代糖 mix 落去啦？咁因為 stevia 咧個問題咧個味好特別嘅，有個 kick 嘅味道喺度，咁好多人唔係好中意啦。 咁但係當佢加咗呢個 erythritol 咧，佢味就走咗去喎，亦都好好嘅喎。咁所以變咗嚟講，亦都可能多啲 erythritol，少少 stevia 亦都係咁樣，變咗你個肚冇乜問題啦。所以變咗嚟講，呢個咧幫助你係令到你咧，即係有個好啲嘅了解，好啲嘅選擇。因為咁多代糖喺邊度好咧？呢個就係個問題啦。So thanks Eugene for your question. Those are very good questions. Okay, I always love to have your question. So the next question for Gordon, thank you for Gordon asking, can you mix LowsuTea with other drink to be hydrated throughout the day? 3 liters per day or just drink before, after each meal straight? How much water per bag of LowsuTea? How much water per bag of LowsuTea? Okay. Now keep in mind, our standard instruction of LowsuTea is supposed to drink 1 bag per 1 liter, 34 ounces. 1 bag per 1 liter, 34 ounces. 34 ounces of water, hot water mixed with 1 bag of LowsuTea. If you drink that every time, 2 cups, basically 8.4 ounce per cup for 2 times, before lunch, after lunch, before breakfast, after breakfast, that will be able to help you to lower your blood sugar. And also before dinner, after dinner, and also 1 cup after dinner and 1 hour before sleep, 4 cups at night. So will help you definitely lower your blood sugar throughout the day. So you should drink at least that 2 liters. So you have 3 liters, that's okay. You want to drink some more LowsuTea, you want to drink some more water, but I would not suggest to mix it. You just drink straight LowsuTea is actually better with meal, because that would basically definitely give you the actual dose of LowsuTea to help you lower blood sugar. Okay, but you can, in between time, for example, during the afternoon, you can drink other water itself alone. You can do that. So definitely you can help that, but I would not suggest to mix other drinks in your LowsuTea. However, a lot of people say, wow, I like a little sweet. So put a bag of Splenda in there. It can be helpful. It doesn't affect your blood sugar. That's okay. But 3 liters is important because your blood sugar has been very well diluted. Your blood sugar will not go up as much. So it's very important. So you will also go urinate, dump out your sugar. The reason why you have 3 liters, you dump out your sugar, will be 2 liters, dump out your sugar. That will help you to lower your blood sugar rather than retain your body. Okay? 有個問題，阿Gordon問咧，喂，咁我哋應該每日飲3個 liter 嘅水啦。咁喺3個 liter 嘅水裏邊咧，就會係咪每一次飲咗之後咧，就係淨飲去糖茶啊？當然一定要淨飲去糖茶。如果唔係嘅話咧，你個即係力量唔係咁多嘅。咁你每日係飲2公升，咁你有1公升嘅水，再加咩啊？再加包喺裏邊焗咗佢之後，你凍飲熱飲都得嘅。咁同埋咧，仲有咧就係朝頭早食早餐之後飲2杯啦，1杯前1杯後啦。每一次食餐晏晝餐又係1杯前1杯後啦。咁晏晝你去飲啲LowsuTea亦都可以嘅。咁食晚飯嘅時候咧，亦都食1杯前1杯後，然後即係食完飯飲多杯，然後臨瞓1個鐘頭就飲杯。咁你一定係令到你全日咧，你飲茶嘅習慣之後咧，你血糖茶一定會係好鬼正嘅。因為我飲咗去糖茶，晚黑咧，第二日血糖咧係喺6或者5點幾以下。如果唔飲咧，我血糖喺6.4或者高啲。所以其實咧飲個去糖茶晚黑係好重要。So very important, actually, 1 hour before sleep, you should drink a LowsuTea. Reason is give you the whole night worth of control, better blood sugar level. If I drink LowsuTea before I go to sleep, my whole night blood sugar will be something about 100 to 110. Versus if I don't drink, it might go up to 120 or higher. So really, at the end of the day, it'll be, we want a blood sugar lower, is got to drink 1 hour before sleep. Now you might say, wow, would it affect my sleep? No, it will not affect the sleep because there's no caffeine. Secondly, it will not make you to go shishi because 1 hour you drink, about half an hour you will go shishi already. So you will urinate out. So you're not going to affect your urination. So I hope I had actually answered all your questions. I hope that you enjoy your webinar. Are there any more questions? If not, I appreciate on your busy weekend. You have been Very nice to continue listen to the webinar and be better yourself to lower your blood sugar. That's excellent. 各位同學，多謝你今日又同我一齊去聽書啦。咁最緊要咧飲去糖茶咧，飲2個 liter，一個 liter 咧就係擺1包入去，咁然後咧每日飲即係一餐前後餐每日一次，第一包就晏晝同早餐飲晒啦，第二餐就係晚黑嗰個，或者晏晝飲咗佢，然後晚餐又前餐食晚飯前晚飯後亦都飲啦。然後咧就食完飯再飲多杯啦，再後咧就係嗰個臨瞓前1個鐘頭飲杯。嗱，你唔會有即係令到你瞓唔到覺，因為裏面有咖啡，冇咖啡嘅，你唔會令到瞓唔到覺。另外一樣咧令到血糖會低好多嘅原因咧，就係因為咧飲咗之後咧，我如果夜晚有飲到咧，我第二朝嘅血糖咧係喺大概5.8、5.7裏邊嘅。如果唔飲咧，我就會上去6點幾以上嘅。所以其實係好重要飲咗呢樣嘢係會幫助嘅。So remember, just drink LowsuTea as at least before lunch, after lunch, before breakfast, after that is 2 liters. Always before and after each meal, drink that, and especially at night before you sleep, you drink one more 240 ml or 8.4 ounce. It will definitely help your blood sugar throughout the day. Very, very nice, because that is exactly what happened. So I hope I answered your question, and thank you very much to listen. I appreciate your busy time. Really good. I appreciate it again. Thank you, and have a very nice weekend. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.